Hey everyone, Creepy here, and yeah, this video might be a little shocking. If you didn't know, 4 years ago, I did a series called Kaiju Christmas, where I made 8 videos in the month of December about different kaiju movies. Well, I'm bringing that back. I'm not going to be doing 8 movies though, because I already have a whole lot of videos planned for the month of December. I have 8 videos in total. One of them already came out, and only 3 of them will end up being Kaiju Christmas videos. I decided, hey, I'll make 3 of them at least, because it's fun. The 3 movies that I'll be covering throughout December are this one being Godzilla, the original one from 1954, Godzilla Raids Again, and Godzilla -1. And I chose these 3 movies because they all are black and white. The first 2 being fully black and white, while -1 having a black and white version. Anyway, let's get into it. I actually will not be spoiling too much of this movie because this is probably one of the movies that if you are going to see one Godzilla movie other than -1, this should probably be it. I think that people probably should see this movie at least once in their lifetime because of what it's done for cinema and how it completely revolutionized Japanese filmmaking with the suitmation. It's a good movie. It's probably the darkest Godzilla movie. Once again, the only one that might actually go up against that is Godzilla -1, but it's quite dark, like really dark. And something interesting is that this is my second favorite Godzilla design from the Showa series. My first favorite being Godzilla from King Kong vs. Godzilla. I absolutely love that movie. I did actually do a review of that all the way back in 2020, but I don't know if that's any good. But this design is just so iconic. I love it. And there's a reason why this series took off after this movie. It's just such an iconic movie monster. Also, the score for this movie is just incredible. Most of the most iconic sounds and music from the Godzilla series can be found within this movie. So just watch the movie for the amazing soundtrack. And I understand that the human characters are pretty good in this version. Once again, I recommend you watch this movie to actually see this whole story play out. But something about that Godzilla. It's one of those Godzillas that when I think Godzilla, it's one of the first ones that comes up. And there's just something about that that's so special to me. I don't actually want to spoil much about this movie once again, because really, people should see this movie if you haven't already. And I'm not talking about the American version. I'm talking about the original version. Like, try to watch the original version because there's something special about it. Obviously, if you don't speak Japanese, watch with subtitles. That's what I did. The other 2 movies that I'll talk about in Kaiju Christmas will have more detail and spoilers because one of them's not very great and the other one is so amazing that I can't help but gush about it. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. Cooper out.
Socialism is when the government does stuff. And it's more socialism the more stuff it does. And if it does a real lot of stuff, it's communism.